discuss upon the concept that is which we have already discussed in the previous class, that is on field due to thin linear antenna and fields for dipole. You can all see the document, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So fields due to thin linear antenna we have already discussed. We know, I will just brief you in just 5 minutes what we discussed in the previous class, and then we'll go ahead with the derivation. So thin linear antenna, you can say that the condition is lambda by 100, and you are going to take the antenna which may have a length L, and current distribution will be in sinusoidal along the length of the antenna, and you have the feed element at the center, and this is what we have drawn the figure for that, where you can see the current distribution, and that is sinusoidal, and this is the length of the antenna. So this is the antenna, in that the entire length of the antenna is L. So you have the theta component here, angle theta, and towards the point P for S and R. And here what we are going to do is, as I have discussed in the previous class, we are going to take a small distance, I mean small area, and then we are going to integrate it. So when you do take the small area and integrate it, you can see that you will get the entire for the entire antenna. So this is what we were discussing, and further on we have written the equations for so as I have told you, we have to take a small length dz, and then we have to integrate it for the limits. Okay, so here we have seen that the current I is taken. I is given with the help of I naught sine 2 pi by lambda L plus L by 2 plus or minus z e to the power of j omega t minus s by c. So this we have discussed in the previous class already, these things, that is I can be the combination function of sine of 2 pi by lambda L by 2 plus or minus z. So L by 2 plus z, we will be using it when this expression of L by 2 plus z, it is called L by 2 plus or minus z, but L by 2 plus z we will be using when z is less than 0, and L by 2 minus z we will be using when z is greater than 0. So we got an equation for I there. Then we are going further on, we found that the total field due to the antenna is obtained by considering the antenna as made of series of infinite decimals of length dz. That is what I have told you. You consider the total field of the antenna by thinking that, okay, you have taken a small dz, so that dz, n number of combinations of dz. So when you think that dz many times combined, you get the series infinite dipole of length dz. When it is considered, we can say that the entire field of the antenna can be obtained. So this is obtained by actually integrating, and you know that you have been doing this process in so many applications before as well. So you have to take that small length, and then you have to integrate it. Here, as we have already discussed before in the previous lecture, that we have two components. We are seeing now for the short dipole, and you know that the two components are there. That is, one is called as E theta, another is called as H phi. So we have only two components, E theta and H phi, for the far field, as we have discussed before. So the far field components E theta and H phi can be can be simplified here further. Rest of the components like E phi, H theta, HR, all those components are considered to be zero. So it's all zero. Only two components are available here. That is in the far field components, E theta and H phi. So when the total field of the components we consider, that will be dE theta and dH phi. So we have to take dE theta and dH phi. So where we got this equation for H phi? So we have the equation for H phi. So let me take you to that where we have written the equation for H5. We have written for far field H5 is equal to IL j omega sin theta by 4 pi CR. So that equation I am going to use it here. So I am just using the same equation. So you can use the equation for H5 for the far field, that is j omega L I sin theta by 4 pi Cs. And I is equal to I naught e to the power of j omega t minus s by c. These all equations we have already discussed. So what we get here is, we know that omega can be written as 2 pi f, and so when you write it there, you get the terms cancelled. 2 pi and 4 pi gets cancelled. You will be left out with 2 there. So I j L sin theta divided by 2s c by f we can write. Okay, so c by f we converted it as lambda. So that is what we did in the previous class. We got the equation for h of phi. dh5 we got it as I j sin theta divided by 2 lambda s dz. So this is what the equation we end up in the previous class. Further to discuss upon, we have a relationship between E theta and H phi in comparison with the intrinsic impedance. So intrinsic impedance of free space can be written as E theta divided by H phi. So E theta divided by H phi is Z naught, and we also wrote it as 120 pi. So this we have discussed in the previous class as well. So E theta can be written as Z naught H phi. So E theta is written as Z naught H phi, and now we have we can rewrite this equation as d theta is equal to d H phi into Z naught. So let me now take the component d H phi which I have already found before. So I can just substitute this d H phi here. So this is what you can write it there. That is d e theta is equal to d H phi into Z naught. So E theta is equal to Z naught H phi, and d theta is equal to d H phi into Z naught. Now I have to just substitute. I have to bring back this equation here and substitute this here. So let me substitute here, and let us see that when I substitute d H phi there. So what I am going to get here is I j sin theta divided by 2 lambdas s dz into Z naught is replaced as 120 pi. So I have written it as 120 pi. So this is what you get it. D theta is equal to I j sin theta divided by 2 lambda s dz into 120 pi. So let me cancel out the terms which is possible to cancel. So 122 and all we can cancel it out. So we do that, all those things, and we simplified it. So this is what we finally get for dE theta as I j 60 pi sin theta divided by lambda s into dz. So we can make a note of these equations, then we'll move on further. So we have not done too much here, just the relationship of E theta, H phi and Z naught we have used, and we have substituted dH phi in the equation and simplified it to get this equation I j 60 pi sin theta by lambda s into dz. So we are now discussing about the far field components of thin linear antenna. So we got as of now we got d theta is equal to I j 60 pi sin theta divided by lambda s into dz. So further when we move on, the value of the magnetic field that is given as H phi for the entire antenna is as we have talked about, it has to be integral over dH phi. So we have to over the entire length of the antenna L. So you have to do that, the value of magnetic field H phi for the entire antenna. So we got for a small portion we got it. Now we have to integrate it to get the entire for the entire antenna. So when we do it for the entire antenna, the integral of dh over the entire length of the antenna, you have to do it. So let us take that, let us do that. D e theta, you got it as ij 60 pi sin theta by lambda s dz. You just remember that, and dh phi you got it as ij sin theta by 2 lambda s dz. So these two equations you just keep a note of it, and then now we are going to just integrate it for the limits. So what you have to do to get the magnetic field for the entire antenna, you have to take h pi is equal to integral of you have to take the limits from minus L by 2 to L by 2. So you have to integrate for dh pi. So you have to take the limits for minus L by 2 to L by 2, and you have to integrate for dh phi. So when you do that, you have to substitute dh phi what we got in the previous expression. So dh phi is equal to ij sin theta by lambda s dz. So this equation what we generated, this equation we need to substitute and integrate for the limits minus L by 2 to L by 2. So you can note down these things, and then we will proceed further. So see, there are some steps involved in this derivation, but you have to understand step by step. It will be easy for you. So now we got dh phi. So let me substitute dh phi there. So whatever I have the equation before, I have to substitute there. This dh phi I am going to substitute in this equation and integrate it further. So what is dh phi? Ij sin theta 2 lambda s and dz. So in place of I am going to substitute this equation there. That is I is equal to I naught e to the power of j omega t minus s by c. So this also you need to substitute there in place of I. So I have substituted both. So what I get here is minus L by 2 to L by 2 j. In place of I have substituted I naught e to the power of j omega t minus s by c. Then the rest of the thing sin theta divided by sin 2 s lambda sin of this entire term will get substituted there. So this one, okay. So this is we are going to do for so I has to be I naught sin of 2 pi by lambda L by 2 plus or minus z e to the power of j omega t minus s by c. So let me substitute that. So you get this entire equation. You can do the substitution. It's rest of the things are the same. Only I have substituted I. So equation for I have substituted here. That's it. Rest is d phi, dh phi. So j sin theta dz 2s lambda, everything is the same. So substitute that, and now it's time for us to do the integration. So all of you are well known. You can do the integration well. So there is no issues. You can try to take the some of the constant terms outside and do the integration for the limits minus L by 2 to L by 2 j I naught e to the power of j omega t minus s by c sin theta sin of 2 pi by lambda L by 2 plus or minus z dz. So divided by 2s lambda. So you can do this integration. We'll be doing it now. Okay, fine. So you might have completed till here the substitution portion. So let us now go ahead with the integration section. So that is some steps are involved in it. So we'll see that. So at far distance, what we are going to take is S is approximately equal to R. So the expression wherever S is there, we are going to replace it by R. And in the exponent S is replaced by so we are going to replace S by R. We also know that S is equal to R minus Z cos theta. So wherever S is there, so I am going to replace it by R, and you have to and the exponent S is replaced by where e to the power of, you can see in the equation before. I will just make you clear. See, exponential to the power of when it is there e to the power of, here S is there, no, that has to be replaced by this one, that is R minus Z cos theta, and where else S is there, no, there you can replace by R. So here you can see that the S is there, no, this can be replaced by R, and anywhere else you can see S, no, that's it. So this S will be replaced by R, and this S will be replaced by where the exponential function is there. So the S will be replaced by R minus Z cos theta. So we are considering that at far field S is approximately equal to R. So dH phi, after substitution of S to R, after conversion of S to R, and S is equal to R minus Z cos theta. So what you can see here, here in place of S I have substituted R minus Z cos theta, but here in place of S I have substituted R. So this is what you have to replace it, and once you replace it, then you have to do the integration for that. So let us replace this. So we get we have replaced S with R, and so when we do that, we get minus L by 2 to L by 2 j I naught e to the power of omega t minus, see here S is replaced as R minus Z cos theta, e to the power of wherever it is there, you have to replace it as R minus Z cos theta. So R minus Z cos theta divided by C sin theta sin 2 pi by lambda L by 2 plus or minus Z dz. So here S was there, so we have taken that S is approximately equal to R, so I have replaced S as R. So now onwards it is just the process of integration and substitution of the limits. Okay, so let us see that how the integration can be done here and the substitution of the limits for the simplification. So you know that you can complete this. You know that minus L by 2 to L by 2 can also be written in integration. The limits of minus L by 2 to L by 2 can also be written as integration of minus L by 2 to 0 and 0 to L by 2. You can split the limits of minus L by 2 to L by 2 as minus L by 2 to 0 and 0 to L by 2. Here, one more difference is there that I will be explaining you. I will be explaining that. So you can see here it is L by 2 plus or minus Z. Here you can see that L by 2 plus or minus Z. So I have separated it. See, these are all the common terms, which is you can call it as constants, or which is not depending on L. So we have taken these terms outside: j I naught sin theta e to the power of j omega t minus r by c divided by 2 r lambda. We have taken it outside from the integration. Rest of the terms are there to be integrated. So what we have done, L by 2 to minus L by 2 to L by 2, we are splitting it as minus L by 2 to 0 and 0 to L by 2. So let us see that. When it is minus L by 2 to 0, you know that just before I have discussed this one, this I have told, the expression will be L by 2 plus Z when Z is less than 0, and L by 2 minus Z when Z is greater than 0. So when it is less than 0, you have to take L by 2 plus Z, and when it is greater than 0, you have to take L by 2 minus Z. So that is what the small change it will happen here. Minus L by 2 to 0, here it will be L by 2 plus Z, and 0 to L by 2, here it will be L by 2 minus Z. Rest of the terms as it is, you have to write it. I have not changed anything. So when you take this terms constant outside, the rest over leftover terms will be sine of 2 pi lambda L by 2 plus Z. You should be careful here. When it is minus L by 2 to 0, you have to write it as L by 2 plus Z. When it is 0 to L by 2, you need to write L by 2 minus Z. So what you get it here is the constant terms, I have taken it out, and I get minus L by 2 to 0 sine of 2 pi by lambda L by 2 plus Z e to the power of j omega Z cos theta by c dz. And here the same thing, 0 to L by 2 and sine of 2 pi by lambda L by 2 minus Z e to the power of j omega Z cos theta divided by c dz. This is what you get it. Now we have not done integration yet. We have just separated the terms, and we have written it from for the limits minus L by 2 to 0 and 0 to L by 2. So let us proceed further. We have done all these things, and we have 2 pi by lambda can be written as so you know that 2 pi by lambda is beta, and it can be also written as omega by c. So wherever 2 pi by lambda is there, let us go ahead with beta, or where it is omega by c, you can also replace it as beta. So we will use that. So you can see that this is the equation we have for h of phi as of now. So you have to replace 2 pi by lambda or omega by c as beta. So where you can just see that you have replaced it. You can replace that. So you make a note of all these things, and you can replace 2 pi by lambda or omega by c as beta. See, I might have written all the steps in detail. You don't miss the steps, because it will confuse you. It is a little bit longer steps involved in it. So you try to maintain all the steps. So you can see that. So you can see that 2 pi by lambda, I have replaced it as beta. So here also 2 pi by lambda, I have replaced it as beta. Then where it is there, omega by c is here, I have replaced it as beta. Then here also omega by c is there, I have replaced it as beta. So both e to the power of omega by c was there, that we changed it to beta. And here one more beta is being placed. So we get when we replace 2 pi by lambda or omega by c as beta, you can see that most of the places you can see beta being involved in it. So j beta I naught sine theta e to the power of j omega t minus r by c by 4 pi r 4 pi r integration of minus L by 2 to 0. So all this beta you have replaced it wherever 2 pi by lambda was there or omega by c was there. You can see that the equation will be e to the power of j beta z cos theta by into sine beta L by 2 plus z dz plus 0 to L by 2 e to the power of j beta z cos theta sine of beta L by 2 by minus z dz. So this is what you get it as H5. So you can make a note of these equations. So what you know that here it is 2 pi by lambda is beta. So what you get lambda is beta divided by 2 pi by beta. So here in place of lambda, no, we can say that you can write it as 2 pi by beta as well. So that's what you can see here. It came as 4 pi r here in the denominator. You can just these things. So you have changed it here in place of lambda. You push it as you write it as 2 pi by beta. So that's what this small changes it has come here. So it's just replacing the components of 2 pi by lambda or omega by c as beta. So all of you might have completed it. So let me, now it's our turn to go with the integration. So let us have the integration to be in place. So let me just take the first term. So it's a lengthy thing. So it's not required to write again and again the same thing. So let us just take this section and do the integration. Then you can take the other section, do the integration and substitute in this equation for h of phi and simplify it. So that method you can follow instead of writing all these things again and again. So let us go and so we have that integral of minus L by 2 e to the power of j beta z sine of beta L by 2 plus z dz can also be written as 0 to L by 2 e to the power of minus j beta z. So these terms will be equal. So e to the power of minus j beta z cos of sine beta L by 2 minus z dz. So since we have this term is equal to this one, what we can go ahead further. So let me just do those things here. I am just replacing 0 minus L by 2 to 0 of this term. Since I think all of you have gone through the integration. These are all some of the properties of integration where minus L by 2 to 0 limit then e to the power of this term is same as that of this term. All of you know that we have studied all these things in the integration where the shuffling of the limits and all those things you have know about it. So when you say that this term is equal to this term, so let me just substitute this instead of this term I am going to go with this one, integral of 0 to L by 2 e to the power of minus this e to the power of minus j beta z cos theta sine of beta L by 2 minus z dz. So I am going to replace this term by this term. So the first term I have replaced it as, you can see rest of the things are same, no need to bother about rest of the portion. Only the first portion of minus L by 2 to 0, integral of minus L by 2 to 0, that I have replaced by 0 to L by 2 e to the power of j beta z minus e to the power of minus j beta z cos theta sine of beta L by 2 minus z dz. So this is what you will get it. I have not disturbed any of the other terms, whatever it is there, it is one and the same. So you can write it as j beta sine theta I divided by 4 pi r integral of this one, and rest of this term is as it is there. I have not changed anything. It might look bigger, but we are not changing much of the things here. I have just written 1 or 2 steps extra. So I have replaced this term with this, and you get the entire equation here. So let me know that is that clear for all of you till here? Is that clear? Just we have not done even much of integration also. Is that clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can just complete it till here, then we will continue that. You can just complete the equation for h of I till here. Now this integration section is left out. That portion we have to look in. So we will. So what I have rewritten this again. Still now I have not gone with the integration. What I have done, same term j beta sine theta I by 4 pi r. I have written it same as it is. Integral of 0 to L by 2, this is also integral of 0 to L by 2. So why can't I combine these two terms? So what I have done here is integral of 0 to L by 2, I have taken sine of beta L by 2 minus z. So I have put it as sine of beta L by 2, beta into L by 2 minus z. But here it is e to the power of minus j beta z cos theta. Here it is e to the power of j beta z cos theta. So I have to take both the terms, e to the power of minus j beta z cos theta plus e to the power of j beta z cos theta dz. So this is what the term I get finally converted into, and this is what I have to go ahead with the integration. So you can see that combining these two things, you got that 0 to L by 2 limits, sine of this term multiplied by e to the power of minus j beta z cos theta plus e to the power of j beta z cos theta minus e to the power of j beta z cos theta plus e to the power of j beta z cos theta dz. So this is what you get it. So you can complete it here, and then you can see that we have to continue that further. So you, all of you know that e to the power of minus j beta z cos theta plus e to the power of j beta z cos theta can be written as 2 times of cos of beta z cos theta. This is a pure trigonometric relationship. E to the power of j theta plus e to the power of minus j theta can be written as 2 times of cos of beta z cos theta. So that is what I have used here. I have just replaced this term as 2 costs of beta z cos theta. Rest all the terms are the same. I have not disturbed any of the other term. So now h pi has been finally come to this point where you have j beta sine theta I divided by 4 pi r integral of 0 to L by 2 2 cos beta z cos theta sine of beta L by 2 minus z dz. This is what you get it. So now we should concentrate on the integration of this term, that is integral of 0 to L by 2, the entire term. We will look into that, and then we will substitute after completing the integration in the equation for h of phi, and then we will write the final equation. So this is to integrate, let us see that this is of the form 2 cos theta cos A sin B. Okay, so you all of you know this trigonometric relationship, that is, it is of the form 2 cos A sin B. So let me just go ahead with the 2 cos A sin B can be represented as sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. So it is a trigonometric relationship with for 2 cos A sin B can be represented as sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. So let us see that when we use sin A plus B minus sin A minus B, so how to go ahead with the integration for that, the integral of, so I am just going to take only this term. After completing the entire integration, I am going to substitute here for h of phi. So let me just take that portion of term, that is integral of 0 to L by 2, same thing, 2 cos of beta z cos theta sine of beta L by 2 minus z dz. So I have just taken the same term. Now let me use this trigonometric relationship, that is 2 cos A sin B. So it is of the form 2 cos A sin B. So what is that 2 cos A sin B? Sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. So you substitute in this form, you will get the equation to be converted as like this. So your 2 cos A sin B will get converted as sin A plus B. So it will be integral of 0 to L by 2 sin of beta z cos theta plus beta L by 2 minus beta z minus sin A minus B. So sin beta z cos theta minus beta L by 2 plus beta z. So that is what you get it. So here you may see that there I have written each and every step in order to make you clear. So you need to also go in the same way, otherwise you will miss out the terms. So sine of beta, this term can be written as sine of beta cos theta minus beta into z plus beta L. You all of you know that, minus sine of this term can be written as beta cos theta plus beta into z minus beta L by 2. So just we have taken the terms together. So complete it till here. I'll give you a minute time for you to just understand this and complete it till here. Then we will proceed further. Don't miss out any steps. Each and every step is important. So after doing this, we need to take the integration of that and then substitute the limits. That is the next section. So you have written lot of steps here, but thing is that you have just rearranged the either substitution or combining the terms, or in trying to simplify the terms. We have to now go ahead with the integration part. So it has come to this level. After completing this entire thing, you need to substitute for h of phi. So all of you have completed, you have completed till here?
Yes, sir.
It's clear for you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so continue that by integration of this term. So when you do the integration, what was the term there? Here it was integral of sine. So here also sine. So you need to integrate that, integral of sine. So it will be minus cos. You will get it as minus cos beta cos theta minus beta z plus beta L by 2 divided by 2 beta cos theta minus beta, it will come for the limits 0 to L by 2. Similarly, the other term also you will get it as cos of beta cos theta plus beta into z minus beta L by 2 divided by beta cos theta plus beta for the limits 0 to L by 2. So you just substitute the limits 0 to L by 2 you got, no? So I have, since here negative is there, I have just shuffled the terms here down. Beta minus beta cos theta, here it is beta plus beta cos theta. So you can just substitute the limits 0 to L by 2. All of you know to substitute the limits and simplify it. So you will get, when you're substituting the limits, you will get it as beta plus beta cos theta cos of beta L cos theta minus beta L by 2 plus beta L by 2 minus cos of beta L by 2. Then the next term will be beta minus beta cos theta cos of beta L cos theta by 2 plus beta L by 2 minus beta L by 2 minus beta minus cos beta L by 2. So the terms I have taken denominator, it is beta minus beta cos theta and beta plus beta cos theta. These all things you are quite familiar with. You can just substitute, do the integration for sine and substitute the limit 0 to L by 2. So completed. So once you complete it, you can see that this I can simplify it further. So when I simplify that, you get 2 beta cos of beta L cos theta by 2 minus beta L by 2 divided by beta square minus beta square cos square theta, and that is what beta square I have taken it outside. So you can altogether write it as single step itself if you want. 2 beta cos of beta L cos theta by 2 minus cos of beta L by 2 beta square I have taken common outside, that is beta square into 1 minus cos square theta. So when you do the integration, finally you end up with means complete final answer you will get it as 2 into beta gets cancelled, so you will get it as cos of beta L cos theta by 2 minus cos of beta L by 2 beta sine square theta. So beta gets cancelled, and then 1 minus cos square theta is sine square theta. So finally you get this answer for the integration. Once you get the answer for this integration, you can just substitute this and substitute in h of phi, and you can that integration section you can substitute here. So from it's not completed, little more is there. Today we will wind up here, and you can do the substitution after completion. Then we'll meet in the next class. Okay, thank you.